Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Welcome to the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Here on this Monday evening, it is Monday Night Madness winter season of 2024 here at the Limaland Motorsports Park for what is week number 11. Again, tonight, bringing you live here from the Limaland Motorsports Park. It is Osh Weekend Speedway Monday Night Madness. First up is the Glenridge Motorsports Park Ope 358 Modifieds here this evening. As we get set, we're not too far away from qualifying wrapping up. We've got a field of 23 drivers signed into the virtual pit area for tonight. Qualifying going on at the moment, 3 heat races. Everybody going to transfer to the show. But 6-lap heat races, the inversion is going to be 4. So the top 3 in qualifying will go from that outside of the second row here in heat racing action. Everybody goes to the show, warm-up session, then our 30-lap main event. Once that is done, then of course we move on to the Malcolm Mills Mill Riding Rebels Open 360 Wing Sprint Car Division. And then, of course, to wrap up the night, it will be the Dylan Westbrook Racing Renegades Open 360 Winged Sprint Cars, all coming to you live here from the Limaland Motorsports Park. We get set for what is heat race number 1. On the pole position, it'll be Michael Vitale on the outside of the front row. Piloting car number 9, that is Brian Lawson. We go back to your second row inside. Position number 3 will be Jeffrey Barker on his outside, lining up at a position number 4. The man that went quick time here tonight, the 007 entry of Samuel Backman. Position number 5, just missing the inversion, is going to be Dan McLaren. And to the outside of the front row, the 35 of Connor Ross lines up at a position number 6. Position number 7, it's going to be John Morano, and Bob DeGood rolls up at a position number 8. Safety car about to move to the infield as we go around one more time. In race control, just giving their final speech here. And we will go racing off turn number 4. Heat race number 1, the Osh Weekend Speedway Monday Night Madness. First up, the Glenridge Motorsports Park 358 Modifieds here from the Limaland Motorsports Park as they work down into turn number 3 and 4. 6 laps on the board. We are green down the front straight away. And it'll be Lawson to go right through the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Vitale looking to slide up. Lawson right around the outside. They drag race down into turn number 3. Backman along with Jeffrey Barker working in tandem. Work there in position number 3 and 4. But it's going to be Brian Lawson to what should be lead the opening lap. Jeffrey Barker now into position number 3. Here comes Samuel Backman back to the outside. They run 2 by 2 by 2 right there. They're on the opening couple of laps, and there is Brian Lawson leading lap number 2 as he now gets to the outside of the Gears Unlimited 213 car of Michael Vitale. Keep an eye on the 007 car, the Full Throttle Motorsports, working to the top shelf through 3 and 4. He'll do the same down into turn number 1 and 2. Fastest qualifier here this evening, looking to take out heat race number 1 victory as he comes down to the inside. Here we go, 3 wide down into turn number 3 and 4. Brian Lawson still has the race lead with 2 laps left to run. Vitale and Backman still going at it side by side for second and third down the back straightaway. They'll come to the white flag off turn number 4. It's going to be the 9 car of Brian Lawson. Still leading the way. Backman again on the inside of Vitale as they work down the back straightaway for the final time into 3 and 4. Heat race number 1 just like that. The Fast and Furious heat racing action is done and dusted. Osh Weekend Speedway, Glenridge Motorsports Park, 358 Modifieds. Heat number 1 is done. We'll, of course, bring up your official results here in just a few moments. We'll wait for all the cars to come past the start-finish line. There it is. Brian Lawson gets the win over Samuel Backman, Michael Vitale. That'll be your top 3. Jeffrey Barker, Connor Ross, your top 5. Dan McLaren, John Morano, and Bob DeGood in heat race number 1. Heat number 2 lining up like this. Anthony Morano lines up on the pole position, I should say. Trent Verstraeten to the outside of that front row. Row 2 inside and outside. Scott Ramey lines up the 4 from position number 3. Gavin Chatham rolls up the 99 from position number 4 after going second quickest in qualifying. Row 3 will be Jason Butterfield on the inside in the 93 out of position number 5. Kurt Schatzer in the 218 lines up at a position number 6. And then your 4th and final row, Jake Henry in the 171 car lines up at a position number 7. And Scott Zanaka We're going to go with Zanaka. Zach, I apologise on that one if that is not the right way to pronounce that name. We're going to go with Zanaka. He will go out of position number 8 in the number 143 car. So just waiting on Kurt Schatzer in the 218 machine. Don't forget, triple header with the Coast to Coast Racing Network and Oshweekend Speedway Monday Night Madness here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. And then later on tonight, 10 o'clock Eastern, live on Ultimate Dirt TV. It will be the Plum Wild Podcast, super late models. Taken to the racetrack. Safety car going to stay on the raceway. So another big week here on Ultimate Dirt TV, of course. Another big week once again with the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Later on tonight, Plum Wild Podcast round 7 heads to Eldora Speedway for the Northwest Racing Association Series. Look forward to coming back with Gambler Motorsports on Thursday night back at Williams Grove Speedway. In fact, yes, that's exactly where it's going to be. All right, here we are, heat race number 2, getting ready to roll off on the front straightaway, and the green flag will fly right at the death of the start-finish line as we go down into 1 and 2. Morano, that's Anthony Morano, will lead for Stratton. Back there to Scott Briomi, Gavin Chatham. Morano slides up in front of us, Stratton. Anthony Morano will lead lap number 1. The battle is going to be on there for the race lead. 3 wide in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Verstraeten through the middle. Ryomi on the inside. But it was Anthony Morano to work it up to the top shelf into 3 and 4. As he done the same on the previous lap there through turn number 1 and 2. And he'll now do the same once again. Verstraeten moves up in front of Chatham. Meanwhile, Jason Butterfield trying to come after the 99 car of Chatham as they work into 3 and 4. Again, normally you would see top 4 going through to the main event, but with the 21 car field, everybody going to make tonight's A main event. It's all about starting position. Jason Butterfield goes around. Unfortunately, he's back in the pit area, so problems for the 93. Kurt Schatzer again missed the start in that the 218 machine. Verstraeten now trying to get by Scott Ryomi. Romy a little quicker there. They work off turn number 4, and just like that, we are already on the white flag lap with Anthony Morano. Verstraeten and Ryomi, they go side by side down into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag is out. It is done. Heat race number 2 is in the books. Heat 2 in the books here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Let's take a look at those official results on screen. Morano gets the win from Ryomi. Verstraeten, Chatham, Henry, Zanaka, Butterfield, and Schatzer for the drivers in heat race number 2. Heat number 3 will line up like this. Kelly Wheeler on the pole position to the outside of the front row. Logan Wentz from position number 2. Then we go back to your second row, driving the 011 machine. Randall Dixon lines up at a position number 3. Jack Clevenger lines up the 78 at a position number 4. Position number 5 will be the 83 car of Matt Schaefer from 6, driving the 883 entry. That's Bud Molyneux. And your 7th and final start, a winner at Lucas Oil last Thursday night. In the modified division, it's going to be Randy Cherise. Lines up the 56 machine from position number 7. Again, cars rolling away down the back straight away. We are getting ready to fire off turn number 4 here in a moment's time. Again, we'll go around one more time behind the Steve King Foundation, iRacing.com safety car. And there is your field. Wheeler and Wentz on the front row. Dixon, Clevenger, row 2. Schaefer, Molyneux, row 3. Randy Shrees in row 4, all by himself. Green flag getting set to wave here at Limaland. Final heat race of the night. Here in the Oshweekend Speedway Monday Night Madness. Glen Ridge Motorsports Park. 358 modified divisions. And it's green flag between Wheeler and Wentz as they work down into turn number 3 and 4. An entire lap side by side at the line. Too close to call. All that separates them was about probably 10 or 11 1,000th of a second. It's Wheeler who's got the advantage down into turn number 3. Here comes Logan Wentz around the outside. Logan Wentz going to lead lap number 2. So Wheeler led lap 1. Wentz led lap number 2. Who's it going to be for lap number 3? You would think, well, I don't want to think anything at the moment because Logan Wentz, Kelly Wheeler putting on a great show up front. It'll be Logan Wentz to lead lap number 3. And just like that, we're halfway home. Jack Clevenger in the 78, trying to work it to the top shelf through 1 and 2, trying to get by that 0-11 car of Randall Dixon. It's still Logan Wentz taken to the lead after leading from lap number 2. Kelly Wheeler did lead the opening lap. Started on pole, courtesy of the inversion. White flag is out, 1 lap left to go. Final heat race of the night, the Glenridge Motorsports Park 358 Modifieds here at Oshweekend Speedway. Monday Night Madness here at the Limaland Motorsports Park into 3 and 4. They're 3 wide for the minor placings off for turn number 4. But it's going to be Logan Wentz getting the win. Second will go to Kelly Wheeler, Randall Dixon home in third. Fourth will be Jack Clevenger. Rounding out your top 5 is going to be Matt Schaefer, Randy Shrees in 6th, and Bud Molyneux in 7th. We'll take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We'll come back with your 30-lap main event on the other side of this quick commercial break. And we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We're back on the Coast to Coast Racing Network here on this Oshweekend Speedway Monday Night Madness here tonight from the Limaland Motorsports Park for week number 7 of the winter season of 2024. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call. Your Glenridge Motorsports Park 358 Modified main event about to take to the racetrack right now. Let's take a look at your 23 starters in tonight's main event. Brian Lawson alongside Anthony Morano will make up the front row. Row number 2 will see Logan Wentz start up alongside Samuel Bachman. Row 3 will be Scott Ryobi and Kelly Wheeler inside and outside. Row number 4, Michael Vitale alongside Trent Verstraeten. Then we go back to your 5th row from positions number 9 and 10, Randall Dixon and Jeffrey Barker. Row number 6 going to be Gavin Chatham and Jack Clevenger. Row number 7, will be Connor Ross and Jake Henry. Row number 8 is now going to be Matt Schaefer and Dan McLaren. Row number 9, Scott Zanaka alongside Randy Shrees. Row 10 going to be John Morano and Jason Butterfield. Row 11, second last row, Bud Molyneux and Bob DeGood. And row 12 by himself, the 218 of Kurt Schatzer. 23 drivers getting set to do battle here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Monday Night Madness, winter season, week number 11. Oshweekend Speedway in the Glenridge Motorsports, 358 modifieds. Track is pretty slick from top to bottom. There's a bit of grip down the low side right near those tyres. There's some looser marbles, looser dirt up on the top side of the racetrack. It'll be interesting to see where this one goes. Well, the time now to find out who will take out tonight's 30-lap A main event. Oshweekend Speedway, Monday Night Madness, Glenridge Motorsports Park, 358 modified is underway. Your main event is green. Immediately Logan went straight to the runner-up position, but here comes the 32 car of Anthony Moran as they work down into turn number 3 and 4 for the first time. It's going to be Brian Lawson to lead the way. Wentz fighting back on the inside as Morano nearly got into the back of Logan Wentz. Meanwhile, Ryomi, problems there for the 143 car, Scott Zanaka. Problems there as Zanaka was just slow. Logan Wentz got a piece of it, and you've got a feel for the 18 car. Just got caught on the low side. That's pretty bright. Just going to try and change something here, folks. Bear with me. Bear with me. We're not losing any laps. Oh boy, that's made it worse. I don't know what I did wrong. Okay, we're just trying to make this a little bit brighter. Tell you what, we'll come back to that because I can tell you right now we're about to go green off turn number 4. Steve King Foundation safety car is in. Fair will come to the green flag off turn number 4. We'll go yellow very quickly. Big stack up there. Jack Clevenger involved. Oh, when it started with Kelly Wheeler. If my timing would let me. So this is where it all starts, so keep an eye on the 11 car. Wheeler and Verstraeten come together. And then being such a small racetrack, unfortunately everybody just caught up in that one. So a lot to dissect. And we're back underway with 25 to run. Main event time, so 5 down. 32 car of Morano. Again, apologies about, Limaland here at the night time is always difficult. That's why I prefer the daytime races. You can really start to see the cars as we work down the back straight away. Ryomi in the 007 machine to the top side into 10 number 3 and 4. Here comes Bachman with a run now. He will move to position number 3. He, remember, go back to the start of the night. He picked up the fastest qualifier award. So he's had to do it the hard way here tonight from the heat races and the main event. But right there, Samuel Bachman showing the boys that he's got some pace still upstairs. Lawson, your race leader. Morano through the middle in the 32 car. Then you go back to Scott Ryomi. So you look at the Full Throttle Motorsports cars. They run back there in positions number 2, 3, and 4. But it's the Venom Racing number 9 car of Brian Lawson currently leading the way. We go yellow. Yellow on the raceway once again. So still a lot on the line, still a lot of racing to be done here this evening. Again, we are looking at the Oswego Speedway Monday Night Madness Series. I'll get the safety car to come back out onto the raceway. So they are just delaying the green. Let's go racing once again here at Limaland. Brian Lawson leads the way in the 9 car. Morano, what can he do? Samuel Bachman in second. Scott Ryomi third. Fourth there, Scott Ryomi fourth. Sorry, Michael Vitale rounds out your top 5. Jeffrey Barker looking to close in the 513 car as they work once again through turn number 1 and 2. So now the challenge is up for the race lead. Morano decided to go upstairs and use the cut down line through 1 and 2. Top one, middle on the exit of turn number 2. Ryomi trying to slide it through the middle. Brian Lawson still currently leading the way. Now Morano switches down to the inside looking for the race lead. Your battle is on. Lawson, Morano, wheel to wheel down into turn number 3. Morano looking to slide up, and here goes Lawson. Back around the outside, almost 3 wide down the front straightaway. Samuel Bachman just trying to make the very inside line work, but as he makes a little mistake, the car just probably straightened up just a little too much and it got tight. In comes Scott Ryomi, but it's still the 9 car of Brian Lawson leading the way. And at the completion of this lap, we are officially halfway home in tonight's A main event. In the Glen Ridge Motorsports Park 358 Modified Division, Brian Lawson still leading the way. He's led all 15 laps so far. It's a freaking lead the very last lap. So with 14 laps left to run now, 16 down, 14 to go. Morano and Lawson, I think Morano had it at the start-finish line. Here comes Lawson back around the outside. Look at this, 2 by 2 for the race lead. Your top 5 on screen. Morano slides up. I thought Ryomi was going to go to the inside. Brian Lawson back to the number 1 position. Gee, Limaland Motorsports Park putting on a great show here this evening. We've still got, oh, look out, Morano slides up. He made contact. He went for the slider, and Scott Ryomi now going to take over the race lead. Michael Vitale, Samuel Bachman move into positions number 2 and 3. And just like that, you've gone from a 5-car pack for the race lead. Now you've got 3 cars. Lap car of Zanaka once again just staying to the top shelf down the front straightaway. Bachman got Vitali to the outside. Here comes that Gears Unlimited 213 car to the middle of the raceway, down into 3 and 4, and just like that, we've got 10 to run. Scott Rayomi, your race leader. Brian Lawson trying to move his way back to a podium position. Morano back there as well with him, excuse me. Oh, Lawson gets into the back of Bachman. They both keep it going. In comes Jason Butterfield in the 93 car, who has moved up quite a few positions, I dare say. We look down the bottom right, Jason Butterfield plus 14, Kurt Schatzer plus 13. Schatzer 23rd to position number 10. Butterfield goes from 14th, plus 14, so he's gone from 20th to 6th. Bachman working to the top shelf in 3 and 4. He'll do the same once again down into turn number 1 and 2. It's 6/10 of a second lead for your leader in the 4 car of Scott Rayomi. Butterfield trying to move into a top 5, just working the inside of the speedway off for turn number 4, but Morano still going to have it at the minute. In comes Randy Shrees as well in that 56 car. We know Shrees, he's good on Thursday nights. He just picked up a win last week at the Lucas Oil Speedway. And now he's trying to move inside the top 5 here tonight at the Limaland Motorsports Park here in Oshwegan Speedway. Monday Night Madness. They'll come to 4 to go. Scott Rayomi, your race leader, by near 8/10 of a second. The gap just starting to increase right now over Michael Vitali. Watching this battle just outside the podium position, but right around the top 5, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th position. 3 to run for your race leader through turn number 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Samuel Bachman closing in there on your runner-up driver of Michael Vitali. Bachman going to go top shelf into 3 and 4. Now cuts it down to the inside, side by side for 2nd and 3rd. 1.5 to go for your race leader, Scott Rayomi in the 4 car. But the battle is on for the minor placings. They'll come to the white flag. 1 lap left to run here in tonight's main event. Oshwegan Speedway Monday Night Madness sees Scott Rayomi lead down the back straight away into 3 and 4. The Glenridge Motorsports Park 358 modified main event is going to go to Scott Rayomi. 2nd will go to Michael Vitali. Samuel Bachman home in 3rd. It started off a little slow, but boy, it finished off with an absolute lot, with a great green flag run. And some great racing towards the end of that one. Let's take a look at your official results coming up on screen. Scott Rayomi gets the win. Michael Vitali home in 2nd. Samuel Bachman 3rd. Brian Lawson 4th. Anthony Morano rounds out your top 5. Jason Butterfield home in 6th position. 7th goes to Randy Shrees. Dan McLaren in 8th. Kurt Schatzer 9th. Jeffrey Barker makes up your top 10. 11th goes to Connor Ross. John Morano in 12th. 13th was Randall Dixon. 14th, Kelly Wheeler. Running at your top 15 is Logan Wen. 16th is Matt Schaefer. Gavin Chatham in 17th. Bud Molyneux in 18th. Bob DeGood 19th. And Trent Verstraeten rounds out your top 20. And the final 3 drivers, Scott Zanaka in 21st. Jake Henry in 22nd. And Jack Clevenger in position number 23. Again, we'll get to chat to your top 3 here in a few moments' time, but boy, what a way to finish off this one. Let's chat to the man that comes home 3rd place tonight. It's the 007 car of Samuel Bachman. Sam, congratulations on this 3rd place finish here tonight. Boy, it started off quick time here tonight, but during the heat races and that main event, you were made to work for this podium, but you come away with the 3rd place. You happy with that one?
Yeah, I'm happy when I can get a top 3, and at least Scotty, teammate over there, got the win, so I'm happy with that. And good race to Michael.
Trying to stay on top of this racetrack must have been a real challenge out there at the start of that feature event. Couple of yellows inside those first 6 or 7 laps, but that long green flag run to finish that off. How tough was it to stay on top of the racetrack, moving all over this racetrack just to see where the fast line was?
Yeah, I was hoping the bottom would work. I was geared up for it, and it ended up not really working for the feature, so I ended up switching my lineup and trying the top side, and really couldn't get the top side on both sides working. But I noticed the bottom in 1 and 2 was way quicker, and the top in 3 and 4 was. So I started running that, and I kind of started reeling them in the last 5 laps, but I mean, this one isn't enough time, obviously.
Other than probably that gearing change, were you happy overall with the setup, or could you have done something just a little bit different to make this 007 just a little bit more faster?
To be honest, no, probably. I don't think I could have really did much more. Could have maybe finding the line faster would have probably been the best bet for me. The car was just hooked everywhere I could have been.
Sam, congratulations on this third place finish here tonight on this Josh Weekend Speedway Monday Night Madness Glenridge Motorsports Park 358 modified portion of the evening. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 007 car, 007 car that makes it all possible for you.
Yeah, obviously all the boys over at FTM, Gunner at Swan Speed Shop, Dean over at Super Dirt Car, Expert Installation, and you guys for putting all these shows on for us and for you for broadcasting.
Sammy Backman home in position number 3 in the Glenridge Motorsports Park 358 modified main event. Thanks to Osh Weekend Speedway here on this Monday Night Madness. Home in second place tonight, it's going to be the 213 car of Michael Vitale. Michael, congratulations on this podium finish here tonight. And boy, I'm going to say a little bit of luck there towards the middle part of that race, but once you're up inside that podium, something that you were not going to let go very easily.
Oh yeah, definitely got into protect mode there, and I was very fortunate not to get up in that. I know Tony was unfortunate to get caught up in that coming out of 4. I just turned left, and I was fortunate to get through that, and then I just ran that line, just kind of tuck in the bottom middle there a little bit, kind of a small slider, and just try to hope that they didn't get under me.
How tough was it to try and hit that line consistently, lap after lap, knowing that you were trying to catch the race leader, but you also had Sammy behind you there, who was pretty quick in his own right. He was certainly putting the pressure on him. How tough is it to hit that line consistently once the track gets that slick?
Well, it's a little more consistent when you're not worried about Bachman behind you, because I know he can run the bottom, and I knew he was coming. Didn't want to squeeze him by any means, but so I did the best I could to hold on, but I knew he was coming.
Michael, what does this second place finish mean to you and the team, knowing that you put it, you're one spot away from the top step, but nonetheless, second place, what does this mean to you and the team to come away with a podium here tonight?
Well, for me tonight, it's good to hit the podium again. It's been a while since I've been up there. Kind of had some more downs than ups lately, but I'm excited to be up there in the podium tonight.
Just for clarification, how do you say your last name? I just want to make sure I'm saying it right, because I probably butchered it.
No, it's Vitale.
Okay. There you go. I've done something right. Hey, buddy, tell you what, congratulations on this podium finish here. It's on the second place finish in the 358 modifieds. Michael, before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 213 car.
I want to thank everybody at the Vitale Motorsports, Billy Roberts over at Gears Unlimited, my teammate, my other teammates, Jake Henry, Randall Dixon, Nick Eli, and Coast to Coast, and you for putting this on.
Mike, congratulations on second place, buddy. We'll see you back next week. Or we'll see you back even in the sprint cars if you're there.
All right, thank you.
I do say a name right. Michael Vitale comes home in position number 2. Well, there has to be one winner, and that winner is the number 4 car of Scott Rayomi. Scott, well, you're starting this is starting to become all natural for you. You're starting to find podiums, you're starting to find wins. You get a little bit lucky, but once you got out in front, this 4 car was never to be headed.
Yeah, it felt great right in practice and warm-ups and stuff, and over in the Discord, the guys were all debating on which gears to go with. I went with a little bit higher gear than those guys did, and I mean, I was up there. I felt comfortable. I got lucky that Anthony and got into the other guy, Brian, and they slid up, and I already had the car set, and it was pointed in the right direction, and I was able to avoid it and scoot on underneath them, and just got lucky.
We know sometimes out in front, you can almost be a sitting duck there. What was it like in the sort of last sort of 5 to 10 laps, knowing that, you had some good company behind you, but you were holding just enough of a gap to where they weren't going to throw any sort of silly moves on you?
Well, I was checking the relative, and I noticed Michael wasn't gaining on me. I wasn't pulling away, so I knew if I could just keep hitting my marks around the same line, I knew I should be good. The lap cars definitely threw a wrinkle in there early on and later on too, and but that comes with the territory, so it is what it is, and we were able to park it tonight.
That you do. You park it in Victory Lane here in the Glenridge Motorsports Park 358 modified portion of your Osh Weekend Speedway Monday Night Madness. We've still got 360 Wing Sprint Cars to come up on the program, but Scott, we'll let you celebrate with the team before we let you go. Once again, we'll let you thank everybody on this number 4 car.
All right, I gotta say, the guys last time I was up here teased me because the way you pronounce my last name. So I promised them I would correct you. It's Rayome, and Dean gets a kick out of it when you say Rayome, but it's actually Rayome. So I promised them I would tell you.
Yeah, well, you can tell Dean. Just anyhow, continue on. I didn't want to hijack your story.
I gotta thank the guys over at Full Throttle Motorsports. Obviously, Dean at Super Dirt Car, he's a huge part of us. Swan Speed Shop. This is a regular setup you can get right from Swan Speed Shops, right on his website. That's what I ran. DJ at DJ Sim Shop, he does all of our paints for us. And all the other guys out there that make this possible, you for putting the broadcast on, and the guys from Coast to Coast.
Scott, just for one last kick, I'm going to say, Scott Ram, you're winner here tonight. Congratulations on the win.
I love it. as long as you're saying my name when I'm up here, I don't care.
Good job, buddy. We'll see you back shortly,
Thanks,
hopefully.
Yep, thank you.
All right, do we do it one more time? Scott Rayome gets the win in a 358 modified competition thanks to Glenridge Motorsports Park here on this Osh Weekend Speedway Monday Night Madness. Don't forget, we've still got your 360 Wing Sprint Cars, the Malcolms, Mills, Mill Riding, Rebels Open 360 Wing Sprint Cars to come. Once that is happened, in fact, we're going to jump into that. We're going to take a short break. We'll get the race service switched up. We'll come back with that one. And then, of course, after the Rebel 360 Wing Sprint Cars, we've got the Dylan Westbrook Racing Renegades 360 Wing Sprint Cars to come. So still plenty of action to come here on Coast to Coast and on Ultimate Dirt TV. So with that being said, we'll take this opportunity to step aside right now and come back in a few short moments with your Malcolms, Mills, Mill Riding, Rebels 360 Wing Sprint Cars here on this Osh Weekend Speedway Monday Night Madness.
It's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Kiss on the champion. Trying to be a
bit of a hiatus, so let's get right when we talked about it.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our weekly race chat. Adam Ross and Clinton Jeffrey are live and interactive every Tuesday night. Rivals Race Chat is your home for race discussion, debate, news, interviews, and more. They'll even take your questions and comments live on the air and talk to some of the newsmakers each week. Tune in every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on GeForce TV.
right, we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network for your Osh Weekend Speedway Monday Night Madness winter season of 2024, week number 11. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call once again. We've got your Malcolm's Mills, Mill Riding, Rebels, 360 Wings, Sprint Cars up on the program. We've got qualifying about to take place here in a field of what is going to be 16 drivers taking to the racetrack. You'll see 2 heat races, 8 laps will be the distance. Everybody will go through to the main event. Then the warm-up session. Before the warm-up session, in fact, during the heat races, there is the inversion of 4. So your fastest qualifier will come from position number 4 in heat race number 1. Second fastest will be coming from heat race number 2 out of position number 4 as well. There is already penalties being handed out for some contact and some issues last week. I can tell you right now, Jack Clevenger is going to get a heat race EOL for the drivers that are in this field here tonight. Again, we already halfway through qualifying session. And I can tell you that Jack Hitt is your fastest qualifier with a 10.859. Gavin Chatham, second quick with a 10.935. Trent Verstraeten with a 10.971. Third quick, Stephen Stewart. Fourth quick with a 10.993. Talon Ulibarri with an 11.002. Stephen Vicks, 11.022. Gary Offit with an 11.024. Dan McLaren, 11.048. And looks like we've got our 16 cars that have taken time. We're just waiting on the final couple of cars to finish up their lap times. And then, of course, then we will move into what is going to be the first of 2 heat races here on the night. The only 2 heats so far for your Rebel 360 Wings Sprint Cars division, thanks to Malcolm's Mills, Mill Riding, here on Osh Weekend Speedway. Monday Night Madness, live on Coast to Coast Racing Network and live on Ultimate Dirt TV. And after this one, we'll also have you Dylan Westbrook Racing 360 Wings Sprint Cars. It's the Renegade division. Can tell you right now, qualifying is wrapped up, which means we are ready to go racing here from the Limaland Motorsports Park. Let's take a look at heat race number 1 lineup. On the pole position with the 94 car of Gary Offit. To the outside, the 19 of Talon Ulibarri lines up at a position number 2. Trent Verstraeten lines up at a position number 3 from position number 4. Fastest qualifier tonight in the 217, that is Jack Hitt. We go to your third row. Jack Clevenger will line up at a position number 5. The 4 of Greg Parmalee lines up at a position number 6. Jeffrey Kemper in the 181 will start position number 7. And the 93 of Jason Butterfield lines up at a position number 8. Again, we know that Jack Clevenger is going to cop a I'll spit this out properly, a heat race EOL. So he's in fact going to start from position number 7. That will, of course, move Jeffrey Kemper up to position number 5. And we are not too far away from getting this Malcolm's Mills Mill Riding Rebel 360 Wings Sprint Cars underway. Heat race number 1. 8 laps on the board. Everybody to the show. This is basically to line up the first 8 rows on the inside of tonight's A main event. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15. So work down the back straight away. The Malcolm's Mills Mill Riding Rebels 360 Wing Sprint Cars here on Osh Weekend Speedway. Monday Night Madness. Here is green here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Gary Offit going to lead through the first couple of turns. Keep an eye on Jack Hitt in the 217. Meanwhile, Jeffrey Kemper now dives down to the inside on Jack Hitt as they work to complete, and they do lead, and they complete lap number 1. Kemper again to the inside of Hitt. Hitt now coming after Ulibarri as they work down into 3 and 4, side by side. Give the second, make that third spot to Jack Hitt as he just gets into the back of Verstraeten. Contact with Ulibarri and Hitt. Now look at Greg Parmalee coming to the inside of Jeffrey Kemper as they work through turn number 3 and 4. Greg Parmalee trying to move up the racetrack. Ulibarri in the 19. Boy, problems there for the 19. Jason Butterfield goes on by Parmalee and Kemper. Parmalee to the outside. Meanwhile, keep an eye on Jack Hitt as he comes after Trent Verstraeten as they made contact at the midway point of the back straightaway to complete lap number 5. 3 laps left to run for the 94 car of Gary Offord. Palmerly around Kemper. Kemper's going to go around. Clevenger just misses that one. 1 car, Talon Ulibarri in the 19 car. Finds his way infield. He will be headed back to the pits and he'll come from position number 15. Gary Offord, meanwhile, in the 94 car. Boy, he has been absolutely sensational here in heat race number 1. Hit goes to the inside and Verstraeten down into turn number 1 and 2 as they work down the back straight away. Final time. Hit going to go around the outside. Verstraeten comes up and Trent Verstraeten will get the runner-up spot. Heat 1 results coming up on screen. Heat 1, here is Gary Offord, Trent Verstraeten, Jack Hitt, Greg Palmerly, Jack Clevenger, your top 5, Jason Butterfield, 6, Jeffrey Kemper and Talon Ulibarri will come home in position number 7 and 8. Heat race number 2 lines up like this. Dan McLaren on the pole position, the 75 of Stephen Bixler from position number 2. From position number 3 be the 47 car of Stephen Stewart. From position number 4, the 99 of Gavin Chatham. From position number 5 with the 814 car of Brad Waite to his outside. The 9 of Brian Lawson lines up at a position number 6. From position number 7 with the 56 car of Randy Shrees and the 35 of Connor Ross lines up at a position number 8. So heat race number 2 here on your Ashwegan Speedway. Monday Night Madness. Your Rebels division for the 360 wing sprint cars. Thanks to Malcolm's Mills Mill Riding. Heat number 2 is underway and we are green flag here at the Limaland Motorsports Park in Lima, Ohio. McLaren got away from the rest of the field down the back straightaway. Keep an eye on the 99 car of Gavin Chatham, second fastest in qualifying. So we already know that the 99 car has got some speed out on the racetrack by himself. How can he apply the speed to the 99 when he's got a whole bunch of cars around him? Stephen Bixler in the 75 car still runs in the runner-up position. Stewart as they go 3 wide momentarily through 1 and 2. Randy Shreves coming on the outside of the 56 car. Chatham slides up in front of Bixler. Keep an eye on Randy Shreves trying to work it inside and outside any which way possible. Bixler almost going to go around as there's contact there with Brad Waite in the 814 car. Brian Lawson involved as well. Lawson will go back to the pit. Stewart and Shreves on screen. That's 3rd and 4th position. And Gavin Chatham is now 4/10 of a second, closing in on your race leader of Dan McLaren. Make it 2/10 of a second. Here comes the battle for the race lead, coming to 2 to run. Chatham through the middle, little higher up goes the 88 car of Dan McLaren. Slide job attempt, no, well, he's just going to stick it to the low side through turn number 1 and 2, and Gavin Chatham is going to take the race lead, coming to the white flag. He leads lap number 7. Stewart has got some company with Randy Shreves once again, but watching this battle up front as they work down the back straight away for the final time into turn number 3 and 4. Dan McLaren, one last shot. Here comes Randy Shreves around the outside of Stewart. Oh my, that was very close for 3rd and 4th position. We know Gavin Chatham picks up the win in heat race number 2. Let's take a look at those official results before we take a quick little break here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Gavin Chatham gets to win over Dan McLaren, Randy Shreves by 21/1000th of a second over Stephen Stewart, Stephen Bixler, Connor Ross, Brad Waite and Brian Lawson for your drivers in heat race number 2. We'll take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll come back with your 30-lap main event on the other side of this. And we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network for what is your Weekend Speedway Monday Night Madness here in the Malcolm's Mills Mill Riding Rebel 360 Wings Sprint Car Division. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set for your main event coming up. Let's take a look at your starting lineup and who will start where. Gary Offit lines up on the pole position. Gavin Chatham in the 99 will go from the second starting spot. Trent Verstraeten lines up at position number 3. The 88 of Dan McLaren from position number 4. Jack Hitt rolls up at position number 5, and Randy Shrees goes from position number 6. Position number 7, Greg Parmalee on the outside out of position number 8. It's Stephen Stewart. Position number 9, it's Jack Clevenger in the 78. From position number 10, the 75 of Stephen Bixler. From position number 11, the 93 of Jason Butterfield. From position number 12, the 35 of Connor Ross. From position number 13, the 181 of Jeffrey Kemper. From 14, the 814 entry of Brad Waite. And your final row, Talon Ulibarri in the 19 rolls up at position number 15. From position number 16, piloting car number 9, that is Brian Lawson. Cars rolling away here on the front straight away. Behind the racing.com, Steve King Foundation safety cars. We get set for what is a main event time here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. The Malcolm's Mills Mill Riding Rebel 360 Wings Sprint Car Division here tonight from the Limaland Motorsports Park. Here on your Osh Weekend Speedway Monday Night Madness. Who will take out this 11th week of the season? So work down into turn number 3 and 4. They'll come to the green flag. They have to hit the line together. And once the green flag flies, we are underway. And Gary Offit got a good jump once again down into turn number 1 and 2. Chatham around the outside of Trent Verstraeten. Now Dan McLaren working it to the top shelf as well. But we look to complete, and there we do. We complete lap number 1. Chatham, McLaren into the wall. Rennie Strees now comes to the inside. Does everybody get by that 88 car? Yes, they do. And there's a lot of checking up happening right now. So hats off to all these drivers for checking up there for the 88 to McLaren. Hitt has got to the inside of Randy Strees and Verstraeten there in the 088 machine. There's your battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th position. Meanwhile, up front, Gavin Chatham in the 99 car, coming after the 94 entry, the GoPro entry of Gary Offit. Long slider from Chatham. And Chatham now your new race leader. Verstraeten down to the inside as he looks to pick up position number 2, almost down the back straightaway. Offit still holding on to the runner-up position. Now comes in the 56 car of Randy Shrees. Shrees looking to get the job done, trying to put himself into a podium position and get himself situated in the Dylan Westbrook Racing Renegade 360 Wing Sprint Cars. But your battle there on screen, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Offit leads that 3-car battle from Trent Verstraeten on the inside, but now it's going to be Randy Shrees in the 56 car to the outside as they work down through turn number 1 and 2. Top side playing host to the most part of the race cars here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Shrees trying to come after Gary Offit, who has been absolutely sensational here tonight. Qualifying lap was 8th quick, I think it was, which meant he started on pole of the opening heat race of the night. And he led all 8 laps of that heat race and picked it up in convincing fashion. Now he's got some company with the 56 car of Randy Shrees. Shrees completes the pass. Meanwhile, Shrees will slide up in front of Offit. Offit maybe trying to go back to the inside. He does go back to the inside. They work wheel to wheel through turn number 1 and 2. And just like this, Gavin Chatham has completed 12 laps of this 30-lap feature event. Shrees gets clear. We go yellow. Problems for Dan McLaren in the 88th. Oh, ouch. Jason Butterfield, Brian Lawson having some contact there. So we'll go back live. There is Dan McLaren on the infield along with Jason Butterfield. Brian Lawson, I believe, still rolling around the racetrack. Here he is. There he is in the number 9 car. But now this changes everything. All right, we are once again ready to do battle here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. The lights are out and the field gets set into the double file restart. Gavin Chatham is opting to go to the outside. Leader has the lane choice. Randy Shreves will now go to the inside. Everybody else will go where iRacing tells them to. Back to green we go. And Verstraeten now straight back to the top shelf into turn number 1 and 2. Shreves is going to fend him off on the inside. Gary Offord's got Jack Clevenger as well. Clevenger to the top of the racetrack. Clevenger's going to look to move to position number 4. But Verstraeten, along with Randy Shreves, go at it wheel to wheel. It's going to be Randy Shreves who's got the better of that run down into turn number 3 and 4. One more lap into the book. Clevenger, boy, that car got tight on the exit at turn number 4 and almost looked like it was going to the wall, but it caught the cushion, and the 78 car done well to keep that car going. Otherwise, it could have ended up very badly. Meanwhile, here comes Brad Wade in the 814 car looking to get by the 217 car of Jack Kitt. You go back to the start of the night, Jack Kitt was the fastest qualifier. So Greg Palmerley, it looks like, involved in that one. Oh yeah, just got tagged there by the 9 car of Brian Lawson. So again, you just see the 9 of Lawson just get into the back of the 4 car. Bang, right there was that contact. Greg Palmerley goes around. What can we see up front once again? We'll get ready to go back green as the lights are out, and again this field will double up. Chatham again opting to go to the outside line on the front row. Keep an eye on Gary Offord. Keep an eye on the 814 car. Brad Waite also. He's been one to move through the field. They'll work off turn number 4. We're past half race distance. Gary Offord now in the 94 car. Again, that GoPro 3 wide off for turn number 2. Clevenger on the inside of Verstraeten and Brad Waite around the outside. Here comes Jack Kitt on the inside. Now look at Connor Ross in the 35 trying to work his way inside the top 5. Verstraeten goes from a podium now to outside the top 5, and boy, the 088 machine, how fast can things change here at the Limaland Motorsports Park? Look at Connor Ross trying to send it upstairs. Ross right up on top of the cushion here on a quarter mile. Brad Wade holds on to position number 5, but here he comes a 35 of Connor Ross to the outside. He tags the wall in the midway point of the back straightaway. Wade slides up, Cross now trying to think about going underneath him, but no, had to back out of it. Just in front of them is the 78 car of Jack Clevenger. Boy, Connor Ross just again a couple of times in the last couple of laps. He's caught the backstretch wall. That 35 car looks like it is hauling right now. It's got all sorts of speeds in the 35, and he completes the slider on Brad Wade. Now he just needs to get to the start-finish line to complete the lap, and that he does. So move Connor Ross up to position number 5. Boy, that was a nice move from the 35 of Connor Ross there. A couple of laps to go to get by Brad Waite in that 814 car. Meanwhile, Gary Offord going to go around. Ross tags him just with 6 to go. There'll be 5 to go once we go green. Oh my. So Randy Shreves in the 56. Little crossed up. Offord coming through. Left rear to right front contact. And poor old Gary Offord He went from leading this feature event. Now he's got no top wing. Now he's at the back of the field with just 5 to run. Five to go with Gavin Chatham. Looking to claim victory here in the Malcolms Mills Mill Riding. Rebels 360 Wing Sprint Car Division here on your Osh Weekend Speedway Monday Night Madness. Single file restarts with 5 to run. We are green as they work down into turn number 1 and 2. Randy Shreves in second. Jack Clevenger third. Connor Ross in fourth. Brad Waite now, of course, with the issues from Gary Alford, moves into a top 5. Ross, we know, had a whole lot of speed there late in that race. Can he continue it on here in the final 3.5 laps? Can he get by Jack Clevenger? Ross again catches the cushion, had to drive it down through the middle of the race by the exit of turn number 4. Meanwhile, Randy Shreves trying to come after Gavin Chatham as they work down the back straightaway. Coming to 2 to run the 99 car of Gavin Chatham. Sees the popsicle sticks. He knows that there's only 2 laps left to go. And with 2/10 of a second lead, here comes the 56 car of Randy Shreves. Can Shreves pip him up the line? White flag is out. 1 lap left to go. Malcolms Mills Mill Riding. Rebels 360 Wing Sprint Car Division here on your Osh Weekend Speedway Monday Night Madness. Chatham is going to slide up. Shreves trying to go to the outside. The back contact. Big wheel stand there by Randy Shreves. But Gavin Chatham is going to claim victory here tonight at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Gavin Chatham comes away with a victory. Let's take a look at your official results coming up on screen. Gavin Chatham over Randy Shreves by 91 1,000ths of a second. Jack Clevenger third. We'll chat to those 3 drivers here in just a few moments' time. Connor Ross home in 4th. Brad Waite in 5th. Brian Lawson 6th. Stephen Stewart in 7th. Trent Verstraeten in 8th, Talon Ulibarri 9th, and Stephen Bixler rounds out your top 10. Over the page, the rest of the field, 11th through to 16th. Greg Parmalee in position number 11. 12th will go to Jack Kitt. Jeffrey Kemper in 13th. Gary Offit in 14th. 15th was Dan McLaren, and Jason Butterfield rounds out the top 16. Let's go trackside now as we get set to chat to your top 3. As third place finisher is going to be the 78 car of Jack Clevenger. And, well, almost dragged the wrong guy in. But, Jack, congratulations on third place here tonight at the Limaland Motorsports Park. You had some good speed there in the end of that race. I guess overall, are you happy with the third place finish here tonight?
Yeah, I think we come up from 9th or somewhere in there. It's not too bad. Not my favorite racetrack, so I won't complain too much.
Is this just a little preparation and a taste of what's to come in the Renegade Division? Are we going to see you in the Dylan Westbrook Racing Renegade Division coming up very shortly?
Yeah, I think I'm going to run, but don't expect me to run third. Like I said, not my favorite place. I mean, I got around okay, but just kind of trying to maintain.
Where could you have been a little bit? I know you said you're not a fan of this racetrack, but overall setup, were you happy with how the car was getting around here?
Yeah, and I was a little free on exit of 4, actually on both ends. I think just could have snugged up a little bit there and not, I'm just messing with things that I probably shouldn't be and kind of got myself a little free. But other than that, I was pretty happy with it.
Jack, congratulations on third place finish here tonight. No doubt before we let you go, we'll let you take a bit involved on the 78 car.
Just thank you for the broadcast and Roger and the boys for the league to race in, and Donovan, Keith, Gary, Greg, all those guys for being there to bounce ideas off.
Jack, well done on third place. Look forward to seeing you back in the Renegades coming up very shortly.
Thank you.
Jack Clevenger home in position at number 3. We're now going to chat to the man that comes home in second place tonight. It's the 56 car of Randy Shreves. Randy, congratulations on the second place finish here tonight. And, well, I know you would have liked to have been one spot better, but even right at the very death, you threw everything at the 99 car. But second place is going to have to do for the moment.
Yeah, that's about all I could do there. I don't know. I guess it was a good move on Gavin to block me there. I think I could have had that one, but it is what it is. It's racing. It was a fun race all night. Glad to be on the podium again.
Spoke to you last Thursday night. You did say that you're a sprint car guy coming into this one. Did you think that you I mean, no win is guaranteed, but obviously everybody goes out there to win. Obviously that was the plan to come out here tonight and win this race.
Yeah, definitely wanted to get the win here tonight. Maybe I could do better here in the next one, but I don't know. We'll see. I like Limaland a lot. It's one of my favorite tracks. So yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes here in the next one.
What are you going to do differently just to be a little bit better and to be that one spot higher up on the podium coming up here very shortly in the Renegade division?
Well, if Gavin's in there, I'll definitely have to get around him earlier on in the race. He's always a tough one to beat there. I don't know. I just got to be patient and not hit that wall.
It's a tough one not to hit the wall, especially on the Exeter turn number 2. Reedy, congratulations on this runner-up finish here tonight. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 56 car one more time.
Yeah, definitely want to thank you for the broadcast. You do an excellent job every week. Coast to Coast for putting on this league. LGR Motorsports, Alex Bergeron over at ABR Setup Shop, Coulter West at Redline Design Company, One Wish Foundation, Wraps and Stitches, KSB Builders, Finish Line Repair, and I want to thank everybody for watching.
There we go, Randy Shrees, your runner-up driver here tonight. And well, again, there's got to be a winner. We've seen Scott Rayome get the win in the 358 modifieds, and now we see Gavin Chatham come away with the win in the Malcolm Mills Mill Riding Rebels 360 Wing Sprint Cars division. It's the 99 car of Gavin Chatham. Gavin, congratulations on this victory. You must be absolutely thrilled with this one. You almost lost it there on that final couple of laps, but done enough to hold on. How you feeling?
I feel pretty good. I feel it's definitely a good win. The last couple of weeks we've gotten into some trouble and probably had a couple wins stolen from us. So it definitely feels good to get back in the victory lane. I think I was just driving too conservative, to be honest with you. Definitely felt like I had the best car the whole race. And I don't know why. Right when I slid Gary there, I looked in the middle of the racetrack and there's a ton of bite in the middle of the racetrack. And I started running the middle and really those cautious. I didn't want to see those because I know we gapped everybody pretty well. And on that last run, obviously Randy figured something out, and he definitely gave me a challenge there. And congrats to him for finishing second. But yeah, I think I was driving just a little too conservative and pinching the corner a little bit too much, making the car a little bit too loose. But it all worked out, and we were able to walk away with the win.
What notes do you take away from this race and get yourself prepared for the Renegades coming up very shortly?
It's probably about the fuel, how much fuel you're going to put in the car, and seeing how it burned off there. And then also too, just the track's probably going to be slicker, probably more cars, so it's probably going to be a little more slicker. And then obviously the competition's a little bit higher in the A division. Obviously, it's the main division, so you got to be a little bit more aggressive, but more consistent. And you can't be doing what I was doing there and trying to take it easy. You got to be up on the wheel all the time. And so that will, it's a few things we'll learn, maybe tighten the car up just a tad bit. But the car felt really good. Just playing with that wing, doing that wing adjustments is so huge there, and just trying to figure it out. And especially when you burn off the fuel, it changes the car, and you got to stay on top of it. You got to stay on top of the racetrack. That's a huge thing too, is just taking the notes into the next race as well, is just staying on top of the racetrack.
Well, we look forward to seeing you take on the Renegade division, the A division, here in a few short moments' time. But Gavin, congratulations on this victory. Before we let you go, one final time, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 99 car.
I just want to thank you for putting on the broadcast and Coast to Coast Racing and everybody involved, all the sponsors, everybody, admins, everybody behind the scenes, everybody puts on this league and allows us to come out here and race. I want to thank Chatham Motorsports, Mike Schick Motorsports Design, Velocity Race Design, Northeast Outland Motorsports, Miller Time Motorsports. Thanks to all the sponsors. I want to thank the fans for coming out and watching these races and supporting the league. I hope you guys enjoy the racing every week, and I just want to thank my fans as well for coming out and supporting.
Gavin, well done on the win. Good luck in the Renegades coming up here in a moment.
No, thank you.
Gavin Chatham, your winner here tonight from the Limaland Motorsports Park in the Rebels 360 Wing Sprint Car Division. Thanks to Malcolm's Mills Mill Riding here on Oshweekend Speedway Monday Night Madness. It's now time for us to take a break here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We'll get everything switched up and come back with your Dylan Westbrook Racing 360 Wing Sprint Cars, your Renegades division here on this Oshweekend Speedway Monday Night Madness, live on Ultimate Dirt TV, live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We'll be back after these quick commercial breaks.
it's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Kiss on the champion. Trying to be a
Bit of a hiatus, so let's get. Tonight we'll be talking about it.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our weekly race chat.
Adam Ross and Clinton Jeffrey are live and interactive every Tuesday night. Rivals Race Chat is your home for race discussion, debate, news, interviews, and more. They'll even take your questions and comments live on the air and talk to some of the newsmakers each week. Tune in every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on GeForce TV.
it's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Kiss on the champion. Trying to be a
Bit of a hiatus, so let's get. Tonight we'll be talking about it.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our weekly race chat.
Adam Ross and Clinton Jeffrey are live and interactive every Tuesday night. Rivals Race Chat is your home for race discussion, debate, news, interviews, and more. They'll even take your questions and comments live on the air and talk to some of the newsmakers each week. Tune in every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on GeForce TV.
And we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Here for your Osh Weekend Speedway Monday Night Madness. It is now time for the final race of this evening. It is the Dylan Westbrook Racing 360 Wing Sprint Cars, your Renegades division, also known as what could you classify as the A division, as we come to you from Lima, Ohio for the Limaland Motorsports Park here on winter season, week number 11. Good evening, guys, fans. Brett Wheeler once again with you for the call as we get set. We are about to go racing. In heat racing, we'll have qualifying first. We'll have heat races then. There's going to be 3 heats and a field of 24 drivers. Getting set to do battle. Again, 8 lap. Well, we've seen 6-lap heat races earlier on in the first 2 programs of the night, the first 2 portions of that evening. Well, that's going to change now with the Renegades. And your Dylan Westbrook Racing 360 Wing Sprint Cars. It is open setups. It's going to be 8-lap heat races. There is still going to be, well, what should have been the top 4, but everybody's going to make the show because there is a field of 24 cars. There is going to be an inversion, so the invert number will be 12. That's going to be the magical number here in a moment. We're just trying to get this brightened up just a little bit, just so it's not so dark, and especially in the turns, because this is probably a track that is very bad when it comes to the lights. There's lights around in parts of the racetrack that are probably too bright, but anyhow, qualifying is underway. Again, the field of 24 drivers who will take out the fastest qualifier. We've already come off so far. Earlier on tonight, the Glenridge Motorsports Park 358 Modifieds, then your Malcolm's Mills, Mill Riding, Rebels 360 Wing Sprint Cars, and of course we wrap it up with the Dylan Westbrook Racing Renegades 360 Winged Sprint Cars. Again, a triple header here on Ultimate Dirt TV with the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Marty, we're filling in for Marty as Marty is off for tonight. He's got some prior commitments that he had to take care of, so we've stepped into the shoes, and, well, they're big shoes to fill. As qualifying is on at the moment, Brandon Templeton, the only one in the 10-second bracket with a 10.984. Next closest to him is Blake Chapman, and that's over a tenth behind with an 11.121. Jeffrey Barker, third at the moment. Patrick Spengler, Randy Shreves picks up a top 5 in qualifying at the moment. Ross Carinta, Jesse Bandy, Tyler Wilson, Bob DeGood, Connor Rush, your top 10. Chad Coate, Gavin Chatham is in position number 12. Now, remember, I said about the inversion. That's not going to matter because Kyle Mooner jumps to position number 11, which means Chatham will start 5th in heat race number 1. And that now will put Connor Ross on the pole position. 3 heat races on the program. Let's take a look at your starting lineup for heat race number 1. In the 35 car, Connor Ross lines up in position number 1. To the outside of the front row, Jesse Bandy lines up at a position number 2. Position number 3 with the 39 car of Patrick Spangler going from the 4 starting spot. Your fastest qualifier here tonight in the Dylan Westbrook Racing 360 Wing Sprint Car Renegade Division here on Oshweekend Speedway. Your Monday Night Madness is Brandon Templeton in car number 31. Third row, just missing the inversion by 1. The winner of the Rebels Malcolm's Mills Mill Riding 360 main event was Gavin Chatham in the 99. He'll start from position number 5. John Short looking to make up the 6th starting spot in that KSR number 51 machine from position number 6. Jack Clevenger picked up a podium in the 360 Rebel division. He comes away with the 3rd place finish. He now starts position number 7 in that 78. And Barry Goldner lines up that Velocity Race Designs Bandy built race car number 36 from position number 8. Get 8 laps on the board. Everybody going to make it to the main event. It's just about where they start. Again, who will take out the opening round, opening race, heat race of tonight. In the Dylan Westbrook Racing Renegades 360 Wing Sprint Cars. Now, these are open setups. Don't forget, tomorrow night, you've got the Moore Farm Management Fixed Pro late models at Knoxville on Tuesday. Then they come back on Wednesday night with the Flatline Racing Body Hometown Heroes. I believe Joe White will be on the call for that one. Connor Ross and Jesse Bandy bring us to the front straightaway. We'll come to the green off turn number 4. They have to hit the line together. And the green flag is out. And Connor Ross was very good in that feature event just a few short moments ago. Spangler to the inside there on Jesse Bandy. They work down the front straight away. Brandon Templeton back there to position number 4. Jack Clevenger moves to position number 5, followed by Gavin Chatham 6. John Short, Barry Goldner make up the field, but it's all Connor Ross at the moment. You're watching the battle on screen. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Spangler in the 39 car in 2nd. Jesse Bandy in the 49 car in 3rd, as now he comes after Patrick Spangler in car 39 as they work their way down into turn number 1. Spangler has still got it at the moment. Brandon Templeton, your fastest qualifier by over a 1/10 of a second. Just struggling here in heat race number 1. We see the cars working to the bottom side. Spangler had hit the brakes to not get in the back of the 35 car of Connor Ross, your race leader. Connor Ross looks like he's somewhat trying to fight that car to keep it glued to the bottom side of the raceway. Spangler closes in as does Jesse Bandy. So you're about to have a three-way battle for the race lead here in the final 2 laps. Spangler can't move up right there because he's got the 49 car of Jesse Bandy working to the outside. Here he comes down off for turn number 2 and into turn number 3. Bandy through the middle, going to pick up second spot. Now going to come after your race leader. White flag is out, 1 to run. Jesse Bandy, can he pick off the 35 car of Connor Ross? Final turn, final time off for turn number 4. Bandy with a run, but Connor Ross will hold on. Connor Ross holds on to a victory here in heat race number 1. Let's take a look at those official results coming up on screen. Connor Ross gets the win by 0.130 of a second over Jesse Bandy. Patrick Spangler third. Fourth will go to Brandon Templeton. Jack Clevenger make up your top 5. Gavin Chatham in 6. John Short and Barry Goldner in position number 7 and 8. Heat number 2 looks like this for your starting lineup. Kyle Moonen will start on pole position in car number 24. Turn those numbers around. You get the 42 of Tyler Wilson. He'll line up at a position number 2. Randy Shreves, runner-up in the Malcolm's Mills Mill Riding Rebels 360 Wing Sprint Car main event, will roll off the 56 machine from position number 3 to his outside. Blake Chapman in car number 20 from position number 4. Stephen Goldner in car number 30 will start from position number 5. On his inside, driving the 122 entry, that is Brian Dickens from position number 6. And your fourth and final row on the inside of position number 7. Piloting car number 07, that's Preston Cranmer. On his outside, driving car number 5, Donovan Ross lines up at a position number 8. So they'll go around one more time behind the iRacing.com Steve King Foundation pace truck. I've seen the pace car. Now we're back to a pace truck. And we're still 8 laps on the board. Heat race number 2. Just getting that little issue sorted. There we go. And heat number 2 is underway. We are green. Down into 1 and 2. Wilson and Moonen, but it's going to be Moonen to lead them. So the pair of teammates trying to come through this field. Oh, look out, Wilson caught the tyre. Here comes Chapman. Here comes Shreves. Here comes Goldner to the inside. Blake Chapman, second fastest in qualifying. We've seen the bottom side work for the drivers in heat race number 1. Look at Brian Dickens going to the outside. Meanwhile, up front, Coleman and still leads the way here in heat race number 2 with 5 laps left to run. Can Blake Chapman and Randy Shreves, can they reel in the 24 car? Randy Shreves closing in on Chapman through 3 and 4. Gee, Shreves seems to have got things figured out in the 56 car. Just as I say that, excuse me, Blake Chapman just continuing to roll the inside of the raceway. Moonen still leads, but Chapman goes up alongside him and says, hey, how you doing? I want to challenge you for the number 1 position. Chapman downstairs. Moonen all the way up on the top of the racetrack, right up near the concrete wall. Look at how close he gets with the right rear corner panel. We watch on board right now with Carl Moonen watching out the back just to see how close he can get to the concrete wall. But the gap right there, as we see the white flag is out, 1 lap left to go in heat race number 2. Down to the inside in 3 and 4. Chapman going to move up, and Blake Chapman going to steal it. Chapman will win heat race number 2. From Kyle Moon and Randy Shreves will be your top 3. Tyler Wilson, Stephen Golden will make up your top 5. Brian Dickens, Preston Cranmer and Donovan Ross make up the drivers in heat race number 2. Heat number 3 lining up like this on the pole position with the 11 car of Chad Coate to the outside. The 7 of Bob DeGood from position number 2. From position number 3 goes the 10 car of Ross Carinta to the outside. The 5:13 from 4. Third fastest in qualifying, that is Jeffrey Barker. From position number 5 with the 218 car of Kurt Schatzer. From position number 6, the 34 entry of Gary Taylor. From position number 7, the 72 entry of Zach Chapman, and out of position number 8, driving car number 14, that is Brennan Lacey. So final heat race of the night here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. So I believe Brennan Lacey and, I want to get this right, Bob DeGood. The two drivers that are missing from this one. So DeGood was scheduled to start from position number 2. Now that moves up. Your third fastest qualifier, the 5:13 of Jeffrey Barker to the outside of the front row. So Chad Coate and Jeffrey Barker. Heat race number 3. About to come to you live here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Osh Weekend Speedway, Monday Night Madness. Dylan Westbrook Racing Renegade Division for the 360 Wing Sprint Cars is green. As now we go 3 wide. Carrinta on the inside. Coate through the middle, but it's Jeffrey Barker around the outside. Jeffrey Barker will lead lap number 1. Carrinta dies down to the inside of Coate into turn number 1 and 2. You race for second and third is on. Keep an eye on Gary Taylor in the 34 car. Trying to move into a top 3. Trying to get a better starting spot in tonight's main event. Catching the tyres not once but twice goes the 10 car of Carrinta. As Chad Coate now sets his sights on the back of the 513 car of Jeffrey Barker. But Barker, gee, he's been absolutely lightning quick here tonight to go third quickest in qualifying. Of course, albeit with a bit of luck to start on the outside of the front row rather than to start position number 4. That's made things a little bit easier for the 513 car, which means if he wins this heat race, he's going to start from position number 3 in tonight's A main event. As we've got 3 laps left to run, Chad Coate, Ross Carrinta still going at it side by side for the runner-up positions. We've got a lap car about to be in the way. No, that's Gary Taylor in the 34 car. He just pulls it down to the infield on the back straightaway. Barker, Coate, Carrinta, you're still your top 3 on screen. We've not gotten off these top 3 all race long. And why should we? Because these guys have put on a pretty good show so far in the third and final heat race of the night. Here comes Chad Coate with a run off for turn number 2. Barker's going to hold on here into turn number 3. Off for turn number 4. They go nose to tail. Single file down the front straightaway. Jeffrey Barker wins the third and final heat race of the night. Of course, we get to take a look at your official results before we take that quick commercial break here on Ultimate Dirt TV. It is official. Jeffrey Barker gets the win over Chad Coate in second. Ross Carrinta third. Zach Chapman fourth. Gary Taylor fifth. Kurt Schatzer in sixth. Brendan Lacey, Bob DeGood. Those 2 drivers did not start your third heat race of the night. Let's take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll come back. We've got a warm-up session, and then we've got our 35-lap main event to come for the Dylan Westbrook Racing Renegades 360 Wing Sprint Car Division, live on Ultimate Dirt TV, live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network in your Osh Weekend Speedway Monday Night Madness. All right, we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It is feature race time here for the Dylan Westbrook Racing Renegade 360 Wing Sprint Car Division here on your Osh Weekend Speedway Monday Night Madness. Brett Wheeler replacing Marty here for tonight, and tonight only as Marty's got commitments elsewhere. It is feature race time. Let's take a look at your 24 starters. Connor Ross and Blake Chapman will make up row number 1. Row number 2 sees Jeffrey Barker alongside Jesse Bandy. Row 3 going to be Kyle Moonen and Chad Coate. Row number 4 will be Patrick Spangler and Randy Shrees. Row number 5 will be Ross Carinta and Brandon Templeton. Row number 6 is going to be Tyler Wilson and Zach Chapman. Row number 7, Jack Clevenger and Stephen Goldner. Row number 8, Gary Taylor alongside Gavin Chatham. Row number 9 will be Brian Dickens along with Kurt Schatzer. Row number 10 will be John Short and Preston Cranmar. Row 11, second last row, Brennan Lacey alongside Barry Goldner. And your 12th and final row, Donovan Ross and Bob DeGood. As your 24 drivers have rolled away behind the RSing.com safety car and the Steve King Foundation pace truck. As they work down the front straight away, they get ready for the final race here of the Osh Weekend Speedway Monday Night Madness Winter Season Week number 11 here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Into turn number 3 and 4, your Dylan Westbrook Racing Renegade 360 main event division is about to take to the green flag. We're live for 35 here at Limaland Motorsports Park. It'll be Connor Ross in the 35 to lead, but here comes Blake Chapman to the outside. Jeffrey Barker goes to the inside of Bandy. They work into 3 and 4. Bandy now trying to come after the 35 entry of Connor Ross. They go 2 and 3 wide through this field. Everybody trying to play nice, but also trying to move forward in tonight's main event here in the opening couple of laps. You can just see these drivers are working all over this racetrack. Top, bottom, and middle. Connor Ross, Blake Chapman. They were side by side in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Look at Connor Ross upstairs as he gets a run on Blake Chapman. Chapman just still happy to run the low side through 1 and 2. He'll do the same in 3 and 4. As again, this time they head down into 3 and 4. Chapman again down to the low side. Here comes Connor Ross. New race leader almost. Oh my. How close was that one? You want to see how close it is? Well, take a look at this. On board right here with the 49 car, Jesse Bandy. You can just see that how close these two drivers are going to be at the start-finish line as we watch on board as we go yellow. First yellow of the night in your Dylan Westbrook Racing Renegade 360 main event. This is going to be tough for some of these drivers to come from deep in this field, but just like that, first yellow comes out with what is 5 laps in the books. We were just starting lap number 6, so now we're going back to green. We're going to complete lap number 6, meaning there's 29 to run. Again, we want to thank everyone for tuning in here to the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're live on Ultimate Dirt TV on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Don't forget that like and follow button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. We go back to green. Connor Ross is up to go to the outside of the raceway. Jesse Bandy had company with Jeffrey Barker, but back up front. You battle for the lead again. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Chapman, the left front, just caught that infield tractor tie. Boy, it does not move no matter how many times you try and hit it. Here comes Jesse Bandy through the middle. And you got your top 3 cars running 3 different lines. Top, bottom, and middle groove working. And then you got 3 wide behind them for what is about 5, 6, and 7th position. But we go yellow just as we were starting to get in wound up here in the 360 main event. Brandon Templeton there stuck on the infield facing the concrete, the pole there. Just got caught up there with Jack Clevenger. And unfortunately, you see the 78 car just get a little loose. We see it earlier tonight in the main event for the 360, I think it was the 56 of Randy Shrees in the Rebels division with Gary Offord in the 94. Happened in the exact same spot in turn number 1 and 2. But it's just a part of racing. These drivers, again, they're not trying to take anybody out. That was just hard racing. As lights are out again, this field doubles up. Connor Ross, your race leader, opting to go to the outside line. Osh Weekend Speedway, Monday Night Madness, Dylan Westbrook Racing, Renegades division for the 360 wing sprint cars will come back to the green with 27 to go. And again, Blake Chapman worked to the inside. Now Jeffrey Barker around the outside of the 49 car of Jesse Pandy. That up and down the back straight away. And again, they go wheel to wheel down into turn number 1 and 2. Like I said earlier on, you've got a top, you've got a bottom, and you've got a middle. Barker and Bandy make a bit of contact down into turn number 3. And they keep it going. Nice job, nice job, drivers, from both Bandy and Barker. Bandy now going to slide up in front of Barker. Barker will turn it back underneath him as Barker went to go to the inside, but the caution flag flies. Just going to go back to something here in a minute. Yeah, I want to try and lighten this up just a little bit. Track just looks... It's not a fan. It just looks too dark in certain places. Anyhow, we'll deal with that situation. Like I said, it's a little bit dark on the exit of turn number 2. And especially down into turn number 3 as the safety car comes off. Back underway with Connor Ross and Blake Chapman leading the field. Barker dives down to the inside, nearly caught the time, but also nearly caught the tail tank of the 20 car. Blake Chapman, here comes Randy Shrees now. He'll slide into position number 4 as now Jeffrey Barker going to go back to 5th, but he's got company with Stephen Goldner, Chad Cone. Then you go back to Tyler Wilson in the 42 car. Ross Carinta, Kyle Moonen battle it out side by side to stay inside the top 10. Here comes Brian Dickens around the outside. Oh my, there is a whole lot of 2x2 action here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Meanwhile, change for second, I should say, as Bandy got by Blake Chapman, Stephen Goldner through the big Hail Mary there on the 56 car of Randy Shrees, and nearly got up over the cushion, nearly into the concrete wall in the exit of turn number 2. That could have gone all horribly wrong there for the 30 car, but he somehow kept it going in a forward direction and now gets to the outside. He has to check up as Shrees just tried to make that car just a little bit wider. Stephen Goldner on the inside. Shrees drives it up the racetrack. Here comes the slider from Goldner on Shrees. Shrees backs out of it. Nice job, Randy Shrees, to check up, to not wreck yourself or wreck anybody else. And just like that, we're right around the halfway distance with 18 laps left to run of this 35-lap main event. Chapman in that number 20 machine, still rolling the inside, has not wanted to give up that bottom side, hoping and praying that it's going to come back in. Maybe saving a little tire as well, maybe saving some fuel. Who knows? I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, but that 20 machine, he probably needs to move up, maybe needs to go mid-track. I don't think the bottom side is working for him just at the moment. As the field, once again, they pace behind the iRacing.com and Steve King Foundation pace truck. Don't forget, coming up on Wednesday night. The Flatline Racing Bodies, Hometown Heroes, travels to Cedar Lake Speedway live with Joe White. He's got 4 races. He's got fixed 305 at Cedar Lake thanks to Flatline Racing Bodies, and they continue to support with the fixed 360 sprint cars at Cedar Lake. Then the midgets take to the racetrack to wrap up the final dirt race of that night, and then to finish it up, it'll be the NASCAR pickups at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Again, Joe White will have all that action live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Then we come back, Gambler Motorsports, Thursday Night Thunder. Your RSN trackside 358 modifieds and catalytic recovery big block modifieds take to the Williams Grove Speedway, and then followed up with, now that'll be live with myself on Ultimate Dirt TV, then Travis Piercefield, Extreme E-Speed TV. We'll have the Pro Late models. And then to wrap it up will be the Atlanta Motor Speedway is the NASCAR Xfinity cars. There's still a lot to come this week on on Coast to Coast Racing Network as we're back underway with Connor Ross as they work down through turn number 3 and 4 to complete yet another lap. Stephen Golden has found his way to the runner-up position. Meanwhile, just like that, Jesse Bandy going to battle Blake Chapman once again for the final spot on the podium. And Stephen Golden right now in the 30 car looks to be one of the quickest cars on the racetrack, and in fact he has. His last lap time was 11.995. Connor Ross was around a 12 flat. So meanwhile, it wasn't all that much, and just Stephen Golden just goes past Connor Ross there, just trying something, maybe just showing his nose just to say, hey, you know what? You've had it all your own way so far. Just keep an eye on this, because this could be one to watch with Connor Ross and Stephen Goldner. So an option and now a decision to make for the 35 car of Connor Ross. He's again opting to go to the outside of the front row. Again, he is the leader. He has lane choice. We'll go back racing off turn number 4. We're back underway, and green flag we go. Connor Ross, Stephen Goldner. Goldner to the inside, slide job and tap, not going to clear him. Connor Ross still your race leader. Here comes Blake Chapman. This is about the time that Blake Chapman has to get up on the wheel and go for it. Just go and flick the switch. Here comes Tyler Wilson in the 42 car. Also around the outside of Jesse Bandy in that 49. Meanwhile, Shrees goes to the inside. They almost go 3 wide. So they work through turn number 1 and 2. Bandy and Shrees battle it out for positions number 4 and 5. Meanwhile, a 4/10 of a second lead. Yellow is out. A 4/10 of a second lead for Connor Ross is now going to get taken away. Gee, that 35 car looks on an absolute rail upstairs. We've seen it earlier on in the night in the Malcolm Mills mill riding. Rebels 360 wing sprint car division doing the same thing here in the Dylan Westbrook Racing Renegades divisions. Here on the Oshweekend Speedway Monday Night Madness in the 35 car. I'm telling you right now, he's selling some t-shirts up there. And rightfully so. Bury the foot in the bucket, the right rear just eats the cushion inches and millimeters away from the concrete wall. One little mistake could be the end of the 35 car, but so far 25 perfect laps. He's just got to hold on for 10 more around Limaland. Can he do it? Well, we're about to find out. Lights are out on the pace truck. We're back to green off turn number 4 with Connor Ross. And Stephen Goldner will bring us back to the green flag off the corner number 4, and we are back underway. And just like that, Connor Ross goes straight to the cushion. Stephen Goldner somewhat through the middle of the raceway, trying to catch up to the back of the 35 car. These two guys have been very good at working the cushion. Problems there for what is Jeffrey Barker in the 513 machine. Blake Chapman, Jesse Bandy again not going away, back there in position number 3. Here comes a slide job for the race lead. Stephen Goldner had it for a moment, but Connor Ross back to the inside. He went back to the top shelf into turn number 1. Goldner and Ross as they work down the back straight away. Who will it be with 7 laps left to run? Nearly contact there between Stephen Goldner and Connor Ross. Somehow they got away with it. Can you believe it? Randy Shrees, Jesse Bandy, Blake Chapman, 3 wide for them on the final spot on the podium. Keep an eye on Goldner. He's been very quick through turn number 3 and 4. Ross still your race leader from Goldner. Again, we'll watch that timing and scoring loop in just a few moments' time. Jesse Bandy to position number 3. How close can Connor Ross get to the back of your race leader? Problems for Ross as he made the mistake in turn number 2. Here comes, oh no, Ross! Bandy made contact, Ross upside down. Connor Ross. Well, if this was a 30-lap feature event, he wins. But unfortunately, it's 35 laps, and the mistake happened. It all started in turn number 1 and 2. Just there, jumped the cushion, caught the wall, and then watched the 49 car go for the slider. Unfortunately, not being able to clear me. Someone tried to slow up, but unfortunately, Connor Ross upside down, and he goes to the back of the field. With 3 to run, as drama unfolds here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Stephen Goldner now your new race leader. Jesse Bandy in second, Randy Shrees third, Blake Chapman in fourth, Patrick Spangler make up your top 5. Lights to go out on the safety car. We're coming back to green with 3 laps left to run. Limaland Motorsports Park. Oshwick and Speedway Monday Night Madness for the Dylan Westbrook Racing Renegade Division for the 360 Wings Sprint Cars. We'll come back to green. 19 cars on the lead lap, so we've lost 5, but we've only got 3 to run. Stephen Goldner, can he be perfect for these final 3 laps? He gets away from Jesse Petty here on the front straightaway. Meanwhile, Shree's now going to come after the runner-up spot as Jesse Bandy works it to the top of the cushion into turn number 3 and 4. 3/4 of the way up the racetrack goes Randy Shrees, but probably not the best line to be. 2 laps left to run. Your top 5, top 6, 7 cars all just sit there, run on the top side of the racetrack. You're not going to pass anyone by run on that same line. White flag is out. 1 lap left to go for Stephen Goldner in car number 30. He navigates his way through turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway for the final time. You're dealing Westbrook Racing Renegade 360 main event winner is going to be Stephen Goldner. Jesse Bandy and Randy Shrees had contact there coming to the line. But your Osh Weekend Speedway Monday Night Madness is complete. And we can tell you right now, Stephen Goldner gets the win. Let's take a look at those official results. Stephen Goldner wins. From Randy Shreves in second, Jesse Bandy third, Blake Chapman fourth, Patrick Spangler make up your top 5. Ross Carinta home in 6th, Kurt Schatzer in 7th, Gavin Chatham in 8th, 9th goes to Tyler Wilson, John Short makes up your top 10, 11th through to 20th will look like this, Jack Clevenger in 11th, 12th is Chad Coate, Jeffrey Barker 13th, Barry Goldner in 14th, Connor Ross make up your top 15, Brian Dickens in 16th, Gary Taylor 17th, 18th was Bob DeGood, 19th is Kyle Moonen, and rounding out your top 20 was Donovan Ross. And then the final finishes, Preston Cranmer in 21st, Brennan Lacey 22nd, Brandon Templeton 23rd with Zach Chavin in position number 24. Boy, what a night it has been here on Ultimate Dirt TV for your Osh Weekend Speedway Monday Night Madness, presented by Coast to Coast Racing League and live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Again, we get to chat to your top 3 here in the Dylan Westbrook Racing 360 main event. And those drivers, of course, will be Stephen Goldner, Randy Shrees, and Jesse Bandy. Wait for those drivers to make their way into where they need to be. And let's chat with Jesse Bandy, home in 3rd place tonight in the 49 car. Jesse, congratulations on this 3rd place finish here tonight. Boy, this 49 car had a whole lot of speed all throughout the night, and you come over the 3rd place. Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy with that finish. You know, just I feel bad for that deal with Connor there. I got to watch the replay there. I'm pretty sure he lifted after losing it, and I shot down to pass him, and I think he was probably trying to get back into the race and close the gap too quick. I'm not sure, but definitely wasn't anything vindictive or intentional there for that incident.
mean, it's always going to be tough to put this 49 on the top step of the podium, week in and week out. Limaland's a different ball game. It's a lot tighter racetrack to what we see with the bigger racetracks. How did you feel getting around here? Was the setup okay, or just thinking about it now, could you have done something differently?
I think my setup was spot on. I think it just maybe was a little too patient. Waited a little too long there before kind of tried to make some moves and just rode the middle there to stay safe and stay out of people's way and save the tires. But I think maybe get a little aggressive a little sooner might have been my game plan, would have been a better move. But other than that, I'm happy with what we got. Top 3 is always good.
Make, live and learn, but nonetheless, you put the 39 car on a podium position here tonight on the front straightaway. The Dylan Westbrook Racing Renegades 360 Wing Sprint Car Division. Thanks to Wash Weekend Speedway here on this Monday Night Madness. Jesse, congratulations on this third place finish. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 49 car.
Yeah, everybody over at Vanderbilt. Fitzy for coming on here the last couple weeks and doing a lot of testing and just hanging out, and appreciate him. And Ross over at Velocity Race Designs, bio.com, and Fits Perfect Photography, and everybody else that makes it happen.
Jesse, well done on third place, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Jesse Bandy, third place finisher outside. Tom in second place. Now Willie backs up yet another podium. It's the 56 car of Randy Shrees. Randy, well, you're starting to become accustomed here on these podiums. Second place in the Renegades division. You've got to be happy with this one, right?
Yeah, I kind of feel bad what happened there to Jesse. I did not mean to get into him like that, and I don't like getting him like that. But it's racing. I tried to miss him. I apologized to him. We had a little chat, but hope he's not too mad at me. It was just a hard race there at the end, and it was definitely a good one.
Talk us through the mindset trying to come through this field, trying to keep this 56 car up the front of the field, especially when we had some green flag runs, but then of course we had a few stop start affairs. How was the mindset during those yellow flag laps there?
Yeah, just I knew that I definitely had to get a good restart every restart, because all these guys in here are quick, man. That's why they're the Renegades, and just try not to mess up here with these guys. That was my whole mindset. Just try to keep my nose clean, try to stay out of that wall, and be patient.
Well, you come home with the second place finish here tonight. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 56 car one more time.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely want to thank you again, Brett. I want to thank my team, LGR Motorsports, ABR Setup Shop, Redline Design Company, One Wish Foundation, KSB Builders, Wraps and Stitches, Finish Line Repair, and I want to thank everybody for watching.
Randy, one on second place, buddy. We look forward to seeing you back on Thursday night.
Thanks, Brett.
There we go. Randy Strees, your runner-up driver here tonight in the Dylan Westbrook Racing Renegade Divisions on this Osh Weekend Speedway Monday Night Madness. And again, there has to be one winner in the main event, and that main event winner is going to be the 30 car of Stephen Goldner. Stephen, congratulations on this victory, boy. This 30 car showed a whole lot of pace throughout this 35 lap main event. But when it's all said and done, you are victorious here at Limaland. Congratulations, mate.
Yeah, I was a little worried starting as far back. I think we started 14th or something. I was a little worried, but I knew we had a good car. We always do. The Vanderbilt guys really put a good setups under us. It shows Jesse running second the majority of the race there. But yeah, it was a good race. Definitely a lot of patience early, waiting to get by guys, trying to wait for mistakes, and ultimately came out on top, which is what we're here for.
Starting that far back, you're dead smack in the middle of this field. You've got 35 laps to get it done. Did you think that you were going to get to the front as quick as you did?
Not really. I was shooting for a top 5 at the end of the day, but 35 laps in a sprint car, it's a while for sure. It's not a lot of laps, but it's enough to be patient the first 15 or so, and then start really motoring there the last 20. But we picked away through traffic pretty good, which I'm pretty happy about. Usually, starting that far back, I get a little anxious and try a little bit too hard, but we kept it cool, and we were able to pass cars freely there pretty early on.
Tire wear has been a big talking point over the past couple of seasons. Were you worried tonight about the tyre wear during this 35 lap main event, considering that you basically just nearly ripped the lip for the most part of that race?
Yeah, not really. I ran a race earlier here, and track was quite a bit slicker. It got fairly slick there at the end, but my tire wear was pretty comparable for what I ran earlier today, and quite a bit higher than what I've run. Even at Williams Grove, I think we were like 30 something percent or something at Williams Grove. So tonight we were up over 60. So definitely I babied it, early, starting that far back, where I think we saved enough tire where it definitely helped us at the end.
Stephen, congratulations on this victory here in the Dylan Westbrook Racing Renegade Division here on this Osh Weekend Speedway Monday Night Madness here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Stephen, before we let you go, once again, we'll let you think of it involved on this 30 car that makes it all possible for you.
Yeah, I got to thank all the Bandy Boat guys for sure. A lot of them had good nights. Some of them struggled a little bit, but for the team whole, it's a great night for us. Velocity Race Designs fits perfect photography, Luna Racing Engines. You said it there, Dylan Westbrook Racing for the sponsorship for the Renegades. You guys with the broadcast, and Roger with everyone with Coast to Coast Racing Leagues.
Stephen, congratulations on the victory. Good luck for the rest of the season, mate. Well done.
Great, thanks a lot.
Stephen Goldner, your winner here tonight from the Limaland Motorsports Park. Well, of course, we'll wrap up what has been a triple header here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network for your Osh Weekend Speedway Monday Night Madness. Again, don't forget, we've seen earlier on tonight the Glenridge Motorsports 358 Modifieds take to the racetrack, followed by the Malcolms Mills Mill Riding Rebels division for the 360 wing sprint cars, and then we just finished it up with the Dylan Westbrook Racing Renegades divisions also in the 360 wing sprint car division. Excuse me. Don't forget, still a lot to come here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We'll go through your Coast to Coast Racing Network back on Wednesday night with the Flatline Racing Body Hometown Heroes at Cedar Lake Speedway. Joe White, OSRN will have the call of that one as well. And then, of course, we'll come back on Thursday night. Gambler Motorsports, Thursday Night Thunder at the Williams Grove Speedway. I'll be on the call for the 358 Modifieds and the Big Block Modifieds before heading it over to Travis Pearfield with Extreme E-Speed TV. He'll have the Pro Late Models followed by the NASCAR Xfinity cars to wrap up this 11th week of the season. Then, of course, the Friday Night Lights at Dirt Track Bank. Friday Night Lights, 358 Pro Late Models and 360s live on the Got Your Six Racing Network. And then, of course, we start week number 12 next Sunday night. So we're getting to the close of the winter season of 2024, and we look forward to seeing your company once again. For myself on Thursday night, but don't forget, coming back on Wednesday night with Joe White and OSRN with more Flatline Body Hometown Heroes. But until then, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the manager behind the scenes, I'm Brett Wheeler signing off, saying good night, congratulations to our winners.